Hi guys, welcome back. Aquarians, let's go ahead and take a little peek at the stuff, see what we've got. We have a Three of Pentacles. It is sideways. We have the World card upright, Capricorn. By the way, Capricorns, you guys will be getting a part 2. I know some of you cross watch, and so I'm just mentioning that. We have Justice, and we have King of Swords. So Libra, and then Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. It seems to me that if this is going to be Aquarius in this, so Aquarius could be identifying right now as, sitting in their divine masculine energy, so their action taking energy. And if they are here in this frame of mind where they're like, oh, I want to share energy with somebody, I want to go ahead and interact, I want to have a new beginning with them, but in truth, there's a whole bunch that's been handled wrong. Now, usually I always read the Justice card upright like something is wrong that needs to be course corrected and fixed. It could be that Aquarius is like, oh, we had this misunderstanding. I really want to solve this with them. We have Magician. We have Six of Pentacles. Right now, it feels like it is Aquarius that is very optimistic that a problem can be solved. Like, I want to be with them. They want to be with me. I'm not holding any hard feelings. I know that there's something good here between us. So no, I would rather manifest us being together. The Lovers sideways. They want to be with me. I want to be with them. Hang on. Let's jump over and let's ask them, because truth be told, I could be reading this wrong, and it could be that Aquarius is dealing with a fellow Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini. And it's them saying, this is crazy. I don't want to let things go. I know we're good together. I know Aquarius loves me. I love them. I really want to manifest working this out. Let me just ask, who are they first off? We have Empress. So they could be Libra, Taurus. This could be somebody that Aquarius has been married to. Six of Pentacles, Hermit. They are coming across possibly also Virgo. And I didn't mention, but we also had Virgo and Gemini coming off of the Magician, and then coming off of the Lovers card, we had pure Gemini. They are somebody who's been thinking nonstop about reconciliation also with Aquarius. This is somebody who wants the same thing. This is somebody who has been, I almost feel like they dream of Aquarius or something. There's, it's obviously it's the Hermit card here, but there's stars all over the place. And the star is the major arcana for Aquarius. And I just have to say, no matter where their thoughts go, Aquarius is in their thoughts all the time. And their thoughts are centering around, I really want to be in a Six of Pentacles. I want to give to Aquarius. So I think this to me says, yes, there has been some massive blunder or error or something that's been a problem. What is the problem? Was this an issue with other people? Was this, we have 10 of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune sideways. It could be because 10 of Wands is about closing out a cycle, and it's closing out a cycle of, stress and distress. But then with the Wheel of Fortune sideways, it's like, I don't really know when everything's going to be ready. So it could have been that either Aquarius was like, I really like this person. I'm just not quite ready to date yet. I just needed a little bit more time to, get my head clear. So I would love to date them, but I just need a little bit of time. I just kind of want to be friends first and really ease into things really, really, really slow. But I don't want to waste anybody's time, because there's an intention here, but it also now feels like, oh, this is crazy. Why all the waiting? Let me just ask, universe, was there a reason that there was, divine timing at play here? Queen of Swords. The universe says, yeah, two people have to look at the situation with the same eyes, a king and a queen of swords. Two people have to be in the same readiness for, trying to pursue a relationship. So yes, there's always a good reason for that. Two people have to be in the same, I'm going to say intuitive space where they see the future the same way. I would say we're there for these two. The Devil. There was fear. I can't really tell, especially because now it does look like we could be dealing with, two air signs. So it's really hard for me to tell who is who. Was it Aquarius that was like, I'm not 100% stable and ready for like long-term commitment, but I'm really liking this person and I don't want to do the relationship wrong, but that's kind of what happened is somebody said I like this so much, but I'm still just not ready yet. And that could have felt, insulting, or it could have felt wrong to do to the other person, to basically say, I like you, but I want you to wait until I'm ready to show you how much I care about you. I don't think anything was handled with an intention to be callous, though. It just feels like two people who were vibing, and yet one person was like, I'm not sure I'm 100% ready. Let me ask, did that throw the other person into like, oh, wow, that stung, or that feels hurtful or chaotic at all? Two of Swords, Four of Swords. It just made the other person say, I completely understand. So listen, I'm going to withdraw and give you your space to heal. No, no, no. I don't want you talking to me right now while you need to still take care of your needs. You said you can't be in a relationship yet. You don't want to move things forward yet. Why don't you take the time and do what you need to? Make that your priority. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be in your world distracting you when you're giving me two different mixed signals. I think when they said it that way, and again, was it Aquarius saying this to them? Was it them saying this to Aquarius? It wasn't said to be nasty. It wasn't said to be rude. It was said, you just informed me you care about me, you like me, you want something with me, just not right now. Then you need to go do what you need to do right now. So don't, on one hand, we could say it on the flip side, and it's somebody saying, so don't take my precious time and enjoy my company and use me as your balm when you have other work that you need to do, so that then you can be willing to give me something, in return. So I'm going to block you, not to be nasty, but to encourage you to say, look at what you need to take care of and focus on where you need to focus. I don't want to be a distraction for you. It does feel like it was a little bit of, the Two of Swords is rarely like nice, warm, fuzzy feels. So when I asked, did this, insult the person who was being told, like, I want this, I just don't want it now. Yes, to a certain extent, I think it did cause a bit of like, ouch. Okay, well then let me put up a boundary with you so you can do what you need to do. Like you said, you needed to take care of other things in your life. That's where that Justice card is coming from. It's like, I hurt this person because, I really like them. I really care about them. They like me, care about me. We even want to be together. We both want that. And then I put these weird pump the brakes because I'm not ready. I want all this. I tell you all this, but also I don't want to give it. But I still want you in my world. Of course, they said, no, I understand. You have to do what you have to do, but please don't take my time while you're trying to heal yourself, when you're telling me you can't give me anything because you got to heal. So I'm going to let you do that instead. I do think this is like them saying, God, that wasn't very nice for me to say that to somebody. It feels kind of like stringing them along, even though that was never what the intention was. So this storyline is, it's asking us to like see the higher perspective here and see it from both people's, experiences. And I can advocate on either side and be like, well, it's understandable. Somebody's not ready to be in a relationship, but it's equally as understandable, then don't be in a relationship. Handle what you need to. This is a murky context, right? Because we can see all sides of it, and we can see why they've been thinking nonstop about Aquarius. That's all I can say. So I'm going to say it was probably them that is actually the King of Swords, and Aquarius that is the Queen of Swords in this. It is them who has been thinking nonstop about Aquarius while they withdrew, or I should say maybe while Aquarius withdrew from them and said, I'm going to give you your quiet time. You need to do what you have to do. And it's like, what's crazy is, as Aquarius has not been in their world, they're like hyper focusing on Aquarius. It's like, I'm supposed to be healing, but in truth, Aquarius is maybe kind of like that pathway. That's why I met Aquarius, because they are healing me somehow. That's the way this is coming across. Ace of Cups, them falling in love with Aquarius, and the act of them giving love to Aquarius is actually what's going to heal them in this storyline. And they're figuring this out. For a bit, they couldn't see the forest for the trees. They thought, I'm not able to give love because I'm still healing, even though I already love Aquarius. And now they're saying, no, the act of loving another person is me getting beyond whatever my hermit's journey has been. That's that's sometimes what heals us. Like, I always think of it like this: when I'm having a crummy day, or if people have been particularly, just difficult, or unpleasant or something, I always feel better in myself, and I can get over, whatever is like troubling my mind if I go out and do something. Like, if I give to somebody else, it makes me feel somehow, I don't know, like it settles the discord in my mind, the act of like giving, yeah, whatever, sharing happiness, or, whatever, writing out a thank you note to somebody and mailing that to them. The act of saying something positive or doing something positive, is one of those things that can actually put my mind in a better headspace. And I just think it's maybe because instead of sitting in like sour milk, we're reminding ourselves that there's better out there and that we can be a part of something better. And then we take a positive action, and it actually brings us out of that, sour milk energy. We got an 8 of Wands. That is exactly, I'm probably was very clumsy with that attempt at an analogy, but that's exactly what this person has discovered. Yes, I feel better when I project forward. I feel so much better seeing that I said I couldn't offer much, but in fact, it's exactly what I need to do and want to do. It's a good thing, I think, that Aquarius stepped back from this person to say, okay, I understand. You can't give to me right now. You can't give me what I would want, or even what you wish you could give me. That's all right. You take care of you. I step away and I give you all the space that you need to do what you need to do for yourself. That allowed them to like maybe have this, I'm going to call it an awakening. This is them hitting the bullseye. They know exactly what they actually want, and it happens to be Aquarius. It's moving toward Aquarius. That is like I almost think Aquarius is the best part of their life, the best part of their days, the best part of their nights. The best part of anything is I'm not thinking about whatever trauma I went through or whatever I was still letting go of or healing from when I have Aquarius in my world, when I'm giving my love to Aquarius. In fact, that is me walking through that doorway into the next chapter of my life. So they're tentatively about to reach out to Aquarius to explain this. They don't quite know how to phrase it, just like I've been struggling for the way to phrase this also. But Aquarius represents the end of their hermit's journey. Aquarius represents the whole thing that they figured out is to love another person is the thing that saves us sometimes. That's how we save ourselves. That's how we end our long, dark night of the journey is, oh, but there's more for me to give my energy to. And it's beautiful and it's kind and it's everything I want. And it's, in this case, it's Aquarius that they want. As they want to reach out and say this, I think it's beautiful with that Page of Pentacles. This is them really wanting to reach out and say these things. We have a 9 of Wands that is in the reverse. They're done healing. Straight up done healing. And that's the thing that they're going to probably reach out and say to Aquarius first is, hi, I'm done. Like, and I don't even know if this was very long. I don't know if Aquarius, said, okay, I'm going to withdraw from you. This could have been literally like 4 days or something. And they reach out to say, I'm done. I don't know how Aquarius is going to handle them possibly like circling back in so quickly saying, I'm all done healing now. Aquarius, I want to be with you. It's not that they're afraid to lose Aquarius, it's that they've actually had this awakening that they truly are done. I kind of think they've been done healing for a long time, but they just didn't realize it until this. What is the, let's go with this deck. What's the best message for Aquarius in this? 9 of Cups. Aquarius also should be considering what makes them happy. This isn't about like, okay, let me let this person go while they heal things. And then whenever they come back for me, then I have to say yes. This says Aquarius probably should ask themselves, does this person bring a lot of joy into my life? What is it that I want? It reminded them, or it was a good reminder perhaps for Aquarius to remember, that's right, we're all supposed to do things that we have to do. We have to heal sometimes. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to, attend to our own personal baseline of satisfaction. And then we can be in relationships. So am I at a baseline of my own personal satisfaction? Do I love my life? They made me think about turning my attention to myself as well. As Aquarius hears this message from them, because there's that Page of Pentacles, I'm not saying there's any like tit for tat at all. I don't think that this is Aquarius saying, well, that's great that you want me, but right now I'm doing other fun things. And I don't think like that at all. I feel like this is the year of the snake, and we have the serpent wrapped around her. Oh, we have the Lover's card upright. I think that this is Aquarius saying, that's awesome. I realized when I stepped back from you so you could do some healing, I realized that there are some things that, I've needed to put front and center for me. Maybe we haven't really gotten to know who we each are. And I want to make sure I never sacrifice a bunch of my happiness. Just like I didn't want you to be forced into being in a relationship while you still needed to heal, because that wasn't good for you. I too don't want to end up sacrificing any of the things that I love. I want you to get to know the real me and the things that I like to do. And I'd like to get to know the real you. And then we can check and see again if we're compatible. This feels like Aquarius is just going to be approaching this relationship with them a little differently, a little bit more like authentic and less romantic, if that makes sense. Not that there isn't romance and attraction and passion and desire, but Aquarius is also saying, sometimes when we first meet somebody and we're kind of like, oh my God, I'm loving being with this person. Sometimes we automatically cast off a ton of things that we would normally do in our lives in order to like build a life with somebody else. And while that can be fine, not if we're casting away so many things that we actually need to keep ourselves grounded and happy, perhaps. And I think this is Aquarius navigating that and saying, what I realized is the way we were starting things out, it was really romantic and it felt so amazing, but the hyper focus was on just our relationship and forgetting like that we're both separate people also, and we'll always have some separate needs. I have things that I really enjoy that I don't want to give up. Like, I'm just thinking because it's about grounding energy and butterflies and transformation. It could be that like Aquarius is saying, and there's like a spiritual practice that's really important to me, something that I don't want to stop doing. I'd love to invite you into it, love to let you get to know that part of me, but I can't stop doing it because I'm dating you and then never go back to it. I want you to know these things about me right out of the gate. And I just think that this is going to be a better way for two people to start a relationship, a real one, where it's like, let's get to know our real selves. You notice how they're both still wearing masks. We need to really get to know each other. And this was a good reminder because you had things that you needed to heal. Understandable. I too have things about me that are my thing. Sometimes it's my healing or it's my spiritual practices that keep me feeling healed. So I want you to know these things about me. So let's get to know each other. And let's always remember that we also both came into this as whole people with our own opinions and experiences and hobbies first. And now let's complement each other. Honestly, I think this could go really well, but it is that Aquarius and this person are going to get to know each other all over again at a deeper level. I think this could work out better. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I so appreciate you guys, Aquarians. Lots of love. Bye for right now.